Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Eagles have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Monarchs going up against the Eagles.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Monarchs and the Philadelphia Eagles. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
2nd down following the run.
Single.
Hey, 88, gun.
Watch number 12. Watch number 12.
Get reset. Hey, 50.
You don't want none of that.
Let's go.
Pick up the ball.
No. 319.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Zoom.
Hey, switch gears.
Wide left. Over.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
They had a good chance. Get the first points of the game on the board, but what a great job defensively, getting a hand in there and knocking it away and preventing that first touchdown.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Let's go.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Willis. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Montgomery back to the ground, down to the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Check 15. Check 15.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Willis. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Two times.
319.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Dragon.
Let's go.
For Tokyo.
He did.
On 1st down, Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A gain of 11 and a 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Double tight.
Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Ty Montgomery, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Hey, kill. Hey, Fort Tokyo. Fort Tokyo.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
120.
We got 3, brother, we got 3.
A handoff as they run the counter play. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Alert. 3 down.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there.
On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Double tight.
Hey, Fort Tokyo. Here we go. Back man.
3 down.
They run the counter now on first down. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Sunday.
And now here's a carry heading left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Strong right.
Here we go. Back man. Kill.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Lion.
Check. Crunch.
5-9.
You go tight.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And hear the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
Kill.
Slam.
Here we go. Back man.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finds a seam inside the 40. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Wentz now on first down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
And the first play will be a field goal try. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
Check 24, check
630.
They go play action here on first down. Now he's forced out left. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Willis. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Over. 26, 88. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Looks to be right around the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ty Montgomery with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Crosby on now to kick it away.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Here we go. Drag, kill.
Bunch set.
Here we go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Watch tight end. Hey.
Here we go.
We got three. Bring down.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Perry in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He'll look to set up his blockers. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Strong left, Kelly.
Check 13.
Over.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
It's a foot race. 20, 10, and touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy.
Here we go. Dragon.
Out. 3 Three down. Odd.
Hey, Lou. Hey, ram.
On second down, here's Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Sunday. Kill.
Three down.
There we go. For Tokyo. Here we go. Check. For Tokyo. Shit.
Here's Muhammad. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
Kill.
One thing that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
The Eagles send out their punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there.
Easy.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Strong right. Watch it. Hey, 50.
Watch the shit.
Watch the shit. Wide right.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Run. Over. That's it, baby. That's it.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of...
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Derek Barnett in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football, if you're going to throw it.
And it's caught. Touchdown. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And that stretches the lead to 27. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Sunday. Kill. Ram.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
120.
55.
Ram.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. Room here to run. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now back out comes the offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
319.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
319.
On first down, Rodgers. There he goes inside the 30. And Nelson's got it here right side. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype.
Davis fighting. He loses the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up first and goal. Now it's Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. Davante Adams, his third touchdown now on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success. Of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word and I just kept using it.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Sunday. Hey, kill. Hey, 4 kill.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go again with Muhammad, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Second down following the run.
Check 43.
Here we go. Liz 5-3. Liz 5-3.
Sting on the slot.
Wentz now to throw.
Big edge.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Check 3. Ram. Hey, kill.
Watch twist.
Kill. Hey, kill.
Check 99.
Now Wentz on third down.
Watch out.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run with Muhammad, trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself in these situations.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On play action, now Rodgers being chased out left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Hey, Lou. Dragon. What's the bus? Dragon.
Three down. He's checking. Crash.
Kill.
So after the INT, here's Wentz.
Shit. Switch it.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one goes for 24 yards. Red zone opportunity.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Go. Lady.
Three down.
Switch.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And that will cut this lead down to 13. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Now we're going to get a halt in the action because Ty Montgomery is shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Hey, check 26. Get 20. Over. No.
Wide. Get wide.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Tight end right.
Check 30.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Willis. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Watch tight end. Five down. Stand up in.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Reset. Hey, easy.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
Kill.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Second down following the incompletion.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Draw play. Rodgers to Montgomery. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Now a play fake. Rodgers dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to 4th down. And on now is the punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, a nice spin. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Double tight. Double tight.
Here we go. What? Mostert. And he's got some space here. Past the 20. And they do finally get him. But he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. So now it's 1st and goal.
Watch tight end. Watch
Sunday,
tight end.
Sunday.
Tight end.
Here we go. Back man.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are back within a score. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively.
Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
26, 30, zoom. Hey, front.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
There we go. Back. Ram. 5-9.
Three down.
Hey, ram.
Check.
Tokyo.
Watch twist. Shift.
There we go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Hot. Run! Oh! That's it, baby. That's it. Big hit.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Stop right there.
There we go. Hey, kill. Hey, ram.
We got three, fellas.
Now a handoff looking right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth.
Switch. Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Wentz got to have this one. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down.
Sunday. Kill.
You got 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
The Eagles on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
There we go, back man.
On play action, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Kenny Clark with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more.
Lion. Tight right. Lion. Kill. Check.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on fourth down. They're going for it.
319! Over.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And some room to work. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Zoom. 850.
Watch twist.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll be knocked down sideways. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Get loud. Blue 58.
Let's go.
The tight end in motion right. They'll run with Montgomery. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. 2nd and goal from the 5. They try again with Montgomery. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Right there. All day, baby.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Crosby puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This is fielded at the goal line. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. TJ Green with a pick, and he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Rodgers hands to Montgomery. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Come on, baby, get excited. Let's go.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?